Hey guys, this is the latest build log for the ACR Strife. So I haven't done too much, but I made some significant advances on finalizing some mechanisms. I have the mag release is solid. It's not done. I need to countersink that screw or use a different one and add some ridges. I opted, because of the way the trigger guard is going to be, I opted for the shorter mag release that I'll just use my trigger finger for. The extended ones are nice, but I never actually found that I used that function so much that I couldn't compromise on that. But so what I've done though is I've got all of the parts. I've started doing some epoxy, liquid epoxy to secure my integrations. I've gotten the top rail done. I have to screw in, so the top rail in the front, because this is only a 12-inch, is like 4 or 5 more inches here. It screws in 3 points, and that actually holds the handguard in place. So right now, it'll just pop right off, which is nice, so that the whole gun can still butterfly. So that's not on, but what I have done, what I finished, is the catch for the bolt or the jam door and the bolt release. Those are done. So no one else has done anything like this. I did one MP5 style where you slapped it down, it rotated upward to lock. But this one I did a bolt release like an AR-15 or the ACR. I don't know, maybe even an AK-47 or similar. So it's just this button. And that's how that works. So now I'm going to take it apart so I can show the internals, and specifically that part. Okay, here we go. As requested by Nick Rari on Instagram. He's everywhere, but it was on Instagram that he messaged for the internals. If I can get my stupid duct tape off. So up here we have the XSW kit. I shaved down the gear, the main gear, and the top so that it would fit the rail on the top, which I wanted to be as narrow and flat as possible. I've got my switch mounted. I've got this one mounted. It's a nice hair trigger. So I'm going to wire up to the stock battery tray rather than this one, so I have a little more control over rate of fire by changing the number and type of batteries to run the kit. There's the riot cage with placeholder 130s to get the sizing right. So the interesting part though is right here. So what I've got is this jam door. So it's got the door here, then the linking part down here that goes under the door so you don't see it when it's open, and then it goes up here for the slide, which is right here. Just cut out a slot. Then there's the return spring, the handle, and then 3 or 4 guides actually. There's one here, here, and here to guide it so that it just stays flush as it slides. Then I have the catch, which is a piece here, I think from the long shot front gun, that locks into a slot, a little square slot in the door, and then is connected to a trigger, sort of a lever here on this side. And so when you pull this down, it pulls the catch down, just like how a Springer works, and goes forward with the extension spring there for the return spring. So it's actually pretty simple. I had to do a lot of work. I don't have the necessary materials to really simplify these kinds of systems. I had to do a lot of work to make that happen. But the premise is really simple. So just a few guides, a flat piece. It's actually been bent. It's not totally flat. Been bent to be in line. So other than that, I should be doing the epoxy putty pretty soon, getting things set up to start the start of the finish work. I'm a long ways off from painting. I still have to build all of this here for the the stock is just so far from ready right now, but it'll get there. The body of the work, I've started securing the connections. It'll be sturdy, should be pretty solid. It feels really solid in the hands. The ergonomics are great. The weight distribution's a little off. I need to adjust that. And I will with some extra weights in the back, in the stock, possibly in the grip or something. I don't think so though. And so I'll probably just try and keep making build logs as I go if I have anything to share on Mondays. So, and then finally, last piece of news, I updated the ASG18 video to have the link to the Thingiverse files for those of you who want to attempt to build an X-Deuce shotgun. You have to use an X-Deuce. It's going to be a pain in the ass. You have to do a ton of shell work, a lot of modification. You have to source some of the parts, the ABS pipes, the magazine spring. I didn't actually print a follower, so you will have to figure that out too. It'll be tough, but it's available if you are brave and want to give it a shot. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.